Hello Philippines and welcome back to UAAP Season 77 Men's Football here on ABS-CBN Sports and Action and on Balls Channel HD. I am Mariel Benitez and joining me is my partner Arman Del Rosario, and we will be bringing you the matchup today, the final game day for the first round of the UAAP, which is a match between UST and DLSU. So it is an exciting matchup because it will determine who actually joins the final for today. I am once again Mariel Benitez, and joining me is a former member of the Philippine Ascals, Arman Del Rosario. Hi Arman.
Hi Mariel, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm sure you're excited to catch the final game day for the first round of the UAAP.
Definitely, it's my alma mater here, Salle, our alma mater here, so it's nice to see them play in person.
That's right. And before we talk about the game today, let's take a look at the results of the games that transpired yesterday. Of course, UE played against NU, and NU definitely winning against UE with 3-0, and also Ateneo sealing their Final Four spot playing against Adamson University, winning 3-1. Of course, it was a very exciting game. You know, both teams scoring 3 goals each and really wanting to get into the second round in the Final Four. Now let's take a look at the men's football standings. We have DLSU and UST, of course, playing their final game day in the first round with 12 points for DLSU and 6 for UST. So importante that if DLSU actually wins today, they have a chance to make it to number 1, depending on the result between the game later on against UP and FEU.
We have ADMU on top right now. They've been doing well this first round, so it'll be very interesting to see how LaSalle do today.
Okay, and of course, we would like to talk about the teams that will be playing today. Of course, UST under Coach Marjo Aliado, and of course, their key players. We have Anotado, we also have Gino Clarino, Marvin Jake Briseño, of course, Steven Anotado, who's actually our top scorer now, and Joppy Del Molino. What can you say about this UST team?
Well, in talking to Coach, he was saying that this team lacks a little bit of experience. They're young, they're freshmen and sophomore players. They don't have too many seniors, but their quality is there. So he feels that with a little more experience, some more games under their belts, they'll start to gel, they'll come together, and he's hoping for a big second round out of his team.
That's right, and I'm sure they really would like to get their win today against the DLSU. But before that, let's hear from their star striker, Steven Anotado.
Nakascore po ako ng 6 goals this season kasi siguro po dahil po sa motivation ko sa paglalaro, tsaka hindi po dahil sa team ko hindi ko magagawa yung mga goals na yun. Tsaka pagsusunod po sa mga coaches, ganun. Kasi po pag sinabi mong lang po, andyan po kasi yung puso para lumaban. Tsaka kahit hindi po gaanong ka-skillful yung tagam lang po, may puso po sila para lumaban every game po. Ganun. Meron pong chance na makatungtong sa Final Four. Sinusigurado po namin ngayong second round, babawi po kami, tsaka panatilihin po namin wala kaming talo. Ganun. Yung mga strategy po namin siguro pas sa opensa, tsaka yung mga tacticals po. Kasi nagtitraining kami ng mga tacticals na kung paano scorean yung kalaban.
Of course, Steven Anotado wanting to get in the score sheet again today. And there's a good look at Coach Marjo Aliado preparing his squad to play against DLSU. But syempre, let's take a look also at the team of Coach Hans Smith, the De La Salle Booters, who are actually, after 6 games, Arman, are on number 5. But if they win today, they actually have a chance to make it to number 1. So here are key players of LaSalle.
I've heard a lot about Alquiros and Diamante, the Diamante brothers in general. They've made a name for themselves. Then you have Villasin and De Guzman, who are doing well this season. So let's see how they do in this game today. I'm very excited to see how they play, and again, you know, scouting more from Morocco Sparks.
That's right. So DLSU, of course, hoping to get that win and make it to the Final Four. And before we get into the game, let's hear from their star striker, Jello Diamante.
Ever since in Davao, I've always been involved in the offense. I played as a center midfield and a striker back in Davao, and that's when Coach Hans recruited me to help maybe LaSalle in their offense. So ever since, I've been learning so much, and up to now, I'm still learning. I'm still in the process of learning with every game I play and with all the people I play with and I play against. It is very important that my brother and I play in the same team, because ever since when we were young, we would always have that special connection wherein we would understand each other without using words or actions. So I guess that really helped us in our game until now. And we're also trying to build the connection between us and our other teammates. Arguments rarely happen, but if they do, one of us just has to give way and understand. Of course, every year there's an improvement, because for the 3 years that I've been training and playing for Coach Hans, I've seen that I have improved well in my finishing, in my touch, and my decision making. My play has become more mature. Well, this season, our main goal is, of course, to win.
Of course, that's Jello Diamante for DLSU. What can you say, Arman? He is actually playing with his brother Gio, and I'm sure you can relate to that one.
I can definitely relate. I've played a lot over the years with my brother Anton, and it's something that you guys, as growing up, you have great communication. You know where each other will be on the field without even having to say words. You can expect them to be in a certain area. So it's nice to play with your brother and that experience, and hopefully they can win their first championship.
That's right. So we'll see how the Diamante brothers will contribute to the Salle in this game. So we will take a short break, and when we return, we will bring you the first half of this matchup. Welcome back here at the Far Eastern University Diliman football pitch, and we bring you the matchup between UST Growling Tigers and the De La Salle University football, or Booters. And here we take a good look at the starting 11 of Coach Marjo Aliado.
We see Guzmion, the brother junior, is out with an injury today. Tucson moving into the middle, and Ortanya moving out to right back. Coach was saying that this will be a young team, but he has belief in his midfield and his team, and hopefully we'll see a good showing early here today.
That's right. He was saying that they're young, but you know, the fighting spirit is there for the UST players, and I'm sure, you know, they would want to take the win today because it will bring them closer to the teams who are actually fighting in the Final Four. There's a good look at Anotado, who has actually scored 6 goals in the UAAP. Now here's a good look at the starting 11 of Coach Hans Smith. Of course, spearheaded by Nathan Alqueros and Jello Diamante.
It looks like a very strong lineup. They're playing a typical 4-1-4-1. You have Nias there in the holding mid, and you know, you have to always expect big things here from LaSalle. They haven't won a championship since my day in LaSalle. It's been a long time. Hopefully they can get one back this year, but expect big things from them.
That's right, and it's nice to notice that they actually put Matt Nieras in the midfield when he usually plays on right back, and that's probably because they're missing Borromeo due to suspension in today's matchup.
Here we are before the game starts. Team's getting ready to play. A nice sunny day out. This is perfect weather to play a game, actually.
That's right, there's a look at Gino Clarino, who has been spearheading the attack for UST. And of course, I'm sure we were saying earlier how important for you to win your final game for the first round, because it builds up your momentum coming into the second round.
Exactly, and you know what Coach Marjo was saying for UST, they may be back a ways, but he is not giving up on this season. He does feel that with more experience, his team will be better, and you know, he's hoping that this second round brings them into the top 4.
And here's a good look at referee Ray Retaga, of course, spearheading for this match. And there, as you were saying earlier, Armand, the weather is nice, 28 degrees. There's good wind.
Good wind.
Good wind to play.
You have to measure where the wind is blowing, if it's going for or against you when you kick off, because you don't want to be running against that wind. It takes a toll on you. You don't realize with this strong of a wind, running against it for 45 minutes, it gets tiring.
That's right. And I remember even back in the day, or when you play at this time and there's wind, we used to check with like natural grass to check the direction of the wind,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't want to play against it.
Well, luckily it's still January, February. There's not too much heat, but I remembered playing in the noon games. Oh my God, tough. So they'll have a good day. Good wind, nice and sunny out. Game's about to start. Be fun.
Here's a good look at the DLSU starting 11. And of course, one noticeable player is Paeng de Guzman. He's actually just a sophomore, but is on his first playing year, and he has definitely done a great job for LaSalle. LaSalle is actually the only team that hasn't been defeated in this season, and yet they're coming in with 3 wins and 3 draws, no losses, and 12 points. So it's nice to know kahit wala ka pang talo, but since they had 3 draws, they're actually still, right now, they're currently on 5th spot.
Yeah, I hope you don't jinx them today, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, you know, this league is so tight. You have the top 5 teams within 1-2 points of each other, and anyone can win. It just seems like on any given day, any of the top teams can win. So you can't count anybody out, and you have to expect everybody to go and play hard. You got to score as many goals as you can, because the goal differential will affect, yeah, especially for that 4th spot if there's a tie.
That's right. So on your screen is Paeng de Guzman, who, as we were saying earlier, is actually on his first playing year, but a sophomore for DLSU, and has definitely filled up big shoes, helping protect LaSalle get all those wins and defending his goal. And now this is a good look at Catalino for UST.
Here we go.
Here we go with LaSalle a little playing low. Nathan Alquiros on the left flank. The Yumas with a good long throw, looking for Jello Diamante. Ito yung sinasabi ni Coach Marjo, si Tucson, who normally plays a right back, but since yung isang player niya, si Busmion, is actually injured, he moved him to the center.
Yeah, Ortan was taking his spot there on the right side of the defense for UST. You know, the first, I always say every time we start a game, the first 20 minutes is a back and forth game. You know, the pace will be a little faster. You just don't know who will come out on top. Anybody can score in the first 20 minutes, and then the game will start to settle down. Probably 15 minutes here since it's a little bit more inexperienced. But it'll be nice to see who takes control of this game early on.
That's right. Yun yung sinasabi ng mga coaches, diba? Pinaka-importante yung first 15 to 20 minutes. And here we see UST putting the pressure on the LaSallian defense. Villasin with a foot on that ball. And UST, Benesio, tries to get that inside the box.
Out for a corner kick here. Let's see if UST can do something with this. You know, it's nice to see the LaSalle team a little more organized. They're here. They have 10 guys here in the box. You don't necessarily need so many people in the box on a corner kick, but UST is throwing a lot of people forward, and I guess Coach Hunt's wanting to be a little more safe here.
To make sure that you man mark when they're inside the penalty box. Briseño. This is the Filipino-Japanese player Coach Marjo Aliado was talking about, just swerving it over the crossbar.
UST here playing a little high. Their strikers up on the defenders.
Good long ball, but outside. Alquiros trying to get control, playing against Menares. Menares trying to send it to the center. Diamante. UST still taking possession, trying to get through Layumas, and the ball stays with UST. Anotado.
You know, I'm impressed with UST right now. Even though they're so far behind in the league, you can see that the intelligence of the players and the skill of the players it's there. They may be lacking some organizational issues and positioning issues, but that like Coach Marjo said, it'll come in time and with experience. But here in the early going, they're controlling the ball, passing it very well, moving into the proper spaces. So it's nice to see.
That's right. Molino actually getting a chance there, just not strong enough.
De Guzman should have called for that ball.
And Brago trying to clear that, finding Gonzalez on the right flank, but is stolen by Tucson.
Good through ball. It'll run long. That's a good ball right there. He just needs to wait a little more. That would have gotten through. You know, but if he put a little less power behind that pass, it would have been perfect way for that winger to get onto it.
Right. Good intention there, so UST definitely putting the pressure on DLSU early on in this match. Diamante gets the ball. Alqueros trying to put the pressure. Ball with Jello.
You know, Coach Hans isn't here today because he's over at the Smart Club Championships as he's the match commissioner over there. But he has trusted coaches here that will help him out.
Now on the right flank.
Oh!
Good defense there from UST, trying to counter-attack through. But Layumas gets to the ball.
I'd say that was a nice move.
Gonzalez now setting it up for Alqueros. Alqueros trying to get through.
Too much. You know, that's the thing Marjo was saying. He'll control possession for a good 30 minutes. He'll be on the other team's side of the field, but then one counterattack and the other team normally has been scoring goals on them. So, and then I asked him earlier, is it because your defense is not good? What is it? He goes, no, he trusts his defense. It's just he feels it's a little unlucky. At the same time, the inexperience is there. But if it's happening often, you have to wonder what's going on with the players. You know, there was a chance right here where LaSalle, if the player didn't fumble the ball in the box, could have had a shot on goal, and that was a dangerous position to be in for UST.
That's right. And I think, you know, the problem really when you have young players is finding that consistency in the play. And I think you only get that through experience, and that's what the boys are getting in this UAAP season.
Yeah.
Gonzalez with the ball on the left flank to Diamante. Diamante sends it to the middle. Gonzalez loses it, gets cleared by UST.
The few minutes I've seen here of Gonzalez play today is really impressing me. I think if he got a little faster, lost a little weight, or put a little more muscle, he'd be a pretty good player. I like the composure he's had on the ball. He's been giving the passes at the proper time, proper places. Very nice to see.
Now the ball is with Catalino, sending it to the center. Easy control from Ibanez to Alqueros. Of course, we know Nathan Alqueros has been playing very well for LaSalle. You know, he has the experience in the UFL with Stallions FC together with Matt Nieras. And, you know, he's come up with big goals for his club and for LaSalle.
And, you know, playing in the UFL like that, playing with the senior players, you can't count that out. You can't discount that. It's great experience for these younger guys if they can get in at some point in the year and play with these other clubs. And when you play with players, like you were saying, Alqueros plays with the Stallions, it's a great experience for him. You know, he's playing there with Rota, who plays with the national team, and it rubs off. Good fight here.
Good challenge there, Villasin and Anotado, but Anotado gets possession for UST.
And that's the fighting spirit Marjo was talking about, not giving up on the ball, always looking. Some players just, if they're getting muscled off, they'll stop and quit and walk off. But
now Menares with a cross. Good clearance from Villasin.
LaSalle playing, look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 men in the box, man. They're playing they're playing very safe, and then they're getting down to defend. So it's nice to see they're getting down. Let's see if they can all get up together on offense and attack together as well.
There we see a handball called on Gino Clarino. And both teams still in the eighth minutes of this match, still trying to find their momentum.
Yeah, they're still getting into their rhythm. It'll settle down here in a little bit.
Nieras to Diamante. Diamante looking forward, sending it to Catalino for an easy pickup. Ibanez trying to clear that one.
You know, I was telling Bob and TJ the other day that you want to see defenders have a little more composure on the ball. You don't want to see them, when the ball comes their way, just to boot it out. You want to see them control it. If there's a time that, even if they have one step, control the ball, put it on the ground, and play it out to your teammate, to the midfield or to the striker, but don't just boot it out. You know, you need to be composed. You need to find your teammates, and that's something I would look for in someone that plays defense. Don't just kick it out, you know. You have time, have confidence in yourself, be composed, settle the ball, and pass it out. Keep possession.
That's right, because we all know that when the defenders get the ball, that's a good opportunity for them to start the build-up of the team.
Exactly. Good ball here. Offsides.
Offside called on Molino.
UST are definitely getting their chances. LaSalle also, it's back and forth so far. So let's see who take advantage of this. You know, UST being young, they want to score early and get that goal. You know, and LaSalle doesn't want that to happen. I guess that's why they're putting so many people down on defense when they get into the box.
Good long ball looking for Diamante. Sending it to Montelibano on the right flank. Good pressure there from Tucson. 2 versus 1. And that's the one that we were saying. When you get the ball, you really have to try to look for your teammate.
Oh,
here the ball's still in play.
Yeah. You know, you never give up until the whistle's called. That you see number 5 over there walking back. Not a good sign, but luckily for him, he gets back before the UST player can get to it. De Guzman really forcing it on this left side. Every goal kick he gets, it's always on this left side. Not hiding where they want to play, where they want to go, LaSalle.
That's right. And you can really, like what you're saying, they're playing their left flank because their senior players are really on the left with Nathan Alquiros and Gerald Layumas, who played a superb game in their last match against NU. Layumas clearing that one. Gino Clarino with the ball. Looking for Menares. Menares to Clarino. Clarino looks inside, sends it.
Good combination here.
Straight to the hands of Paeng de Guzman.
You know, this right side of UST is very strong. I like the way they've been combining over here on the flank and getting the ball into the box. It's a good sign. Oh, good
Cheeky play there from Diamante to Montelibano. Tries to fake, brings it down the right flank. Looks back to Diamante. Sends it to Nieras. Good defense there from UST.
Throw in LaSalle. And here we go. We see the good combination play on the wing and the cross into the box.
And you can even see Salle is trying to put his head there to the ball to get an opportunity. But De Guzman just holds on well to that ball.
Good, strong hands. Nice to see that from a keeper. I've watched a few of the games already, and a few of the keepers here aren't so sure-handed. Balls going through their hands, and De Guzman, good save. Didn't let the ball drop for a rebound.
And a good cross straight to Catalino. Good pickup from there.
Nobody in the box on the south. Head it back to the keeper. Oh, yeah. Ooh. Dangerous.
miscommunication there, I think, between De Guzman and Villasin.
Yeah.
UST gets possession, brings it back to the center to Briseño, looking for a teammate on the left flank. Celis tries to get to the ball.
Good idea. Too much weight on the pass. You know
Molino, rather.
Yeah, that last play where the ball was going back to De Guzman, it's two things. One, De Guzman needs to call off his center back and say, if there's time, it's my ball, let it go, and then Villasin can leave it alone. But at the same time, Villasin could have, it took a bounce, he could have headed it straight back to his keeper. You know, those are things that you learn with experience, but at the same time, being center back, being a goalie, you have to be the biggest voice on your team. You got to communicate. And if you're not communicating, that's a bad sign.
That will be trouble.
Yeah.
Banes trying to get to the ball. Doesn't make it there, UST. And sabi nga natin, si Ibanez pinasok for the right back. They moved Matt Nieras to the center because Borromeo is actually on suspension for this match.
That might explain why there's so many through balls on that right side of LaSalle. You know, if they can exploit that, put the proper pass, the proper weighted pass through it, it will be very dangerous.
Meanwhile, Menares trying to get through Alqueros to the center, to Briseño. Losing it to Layumas. You have Benesio. Menares. Anotado. Sending it back to the center and a shot. Gio Diamante. Layumas. Alqueros. Having difficulty getting it out of their defensive third. Good defense there from Brago. Tucson with the ball, looking for Molino. Molino against Ibanez.
Good defense not to let him by. You know, when the ball goes out like that, when it's cleared off the defensive line, if the team, if you see your strikers and your midfielders sprinting out to press up, everybody's got to press. If it's only just three guys pressing, you're going to leave gaps in the field. So it's either you all go up together or you all stay compact here in the middle. You can't be like the accordion where, you know, it gives up too much space.
Too much space.
Yeah.
That's right. So sinasabi nila, 'di ba, pag mag-pressure ang isa, kailangan sumunod lahat or else walang purpose yung pag-press nung
May
yung
mga
player.
gaps. If there are gaps, then it's easier for people to play around, di ba? So, pag-press, sabay-sabay lahat.
Sabay-sabay. Another opportunity here from the corner for UST. And Briseño takes another chance. At makita mo talaga lahat ng players na sa loob ng box.
Ng LaSalle.
Ng LaSalle.
Oh, it's overkill in my opinion. But playing safe here. Oof. For me, if you have too many people in the box, it's less space for your keeper to get to. You know, you want to have fewer people in the box so your keeper has more space, less confusion. You can't blame another player. It should be one-on-one, and that player has to win their battle versus the other player.
15 minutes has gone by and both teams still trying to get their rhythm in this game.
LaSalle against the wind here.
So Layumas on the ball, looking for his teammates to set up. Sending it to Jello Diamante in the center.
There it is!
And flicks it over
He's
Catalino.
hurt, but it's a great goal. Diamante down. He got hit in the back of the head here, but
what you do really to sacrifice your body to get that goal.
did he get hit in the head? That was a great goal, though. Let's see here as we take a look at the game, at the goal.
Good long free kick from Layumas, sending it straight to Jello Diamante. and heading it right above Catalino.
From that angle, it's difficult to see if he got hit. Here we go again. Oh, he got kicked on the foot.
And you know, you can really just say the timing of the run of Jello Diamante to get to the ball before Catalino could get there. Well, that puts LaSalle 1 up against UST.
Well, Diamante getting treatment there on the side. This is what Coach Marjo didn't want to happen. An early goal versus an inexperienced team like UST. It can bring their morale down. And when your morale's down and you're playing, goals will be scored against you, you know, especially against a young, inexperienced squad. You know, they have to learn to fight back. So if they can get one back here and build on that, that'll be great for them.
Confidence that they'll need. And here they just pass the ball through the center. Menares doing well to keep possession, but losing it to Diamante. Tunieras to the center. Back to Alqueros on the left flank.
Nice ball.
Good decision there. Diamante trying to get through the defense of UST. Brago to Layumas. Layumas to Gio Diamante.
They're playing them very physical. You know, what you see watching UAAP versus the next level is that players here rush a lot. You know, they're not composed on the ball. And here we see the replay. I think he got a little bit of a punch to the cheek. He'll be fine. He's a big boy. But what you see versus in the UAP versus when you go to the next level is that a lot of the players, you can see it, they're medyo gigil, diba? They're trying to rush it, they're a little off. They're trying to either boot it out. They're not so composed, they're not so confident that they can settle the ball and play it around, you know? You want to see a player that has the confidence when they receive the ball, they look up, they know where they're going to go with it. They're going to either go forward, they're going to play it back. If they have nowhere to go, then they'll reset and bring it back around, you know? And that's what this is for me. I want to see if players can adjust and become like that before taking the next step.
That's right. And I think you only get that, the composure or experience in good games. So Alqueros sending it to the center, but Villasin just heading it outside. But sabi mo nga, Arman, this is the level where the players can actually learn, be composed. You have to, if you're a player, you have to know, you have to have that decision na ano yung next step mo bago pa dumating sa'yo yung bola.
You have to always think 2 steps ahead, you know? You're passing it to a player knowing that that player is going to pass it to somebody else. So if there's a guy to his right that you want him to pass to, you pass the ball into his right foot, you know? So that way he can turn around and put it out, you know? You pass it to the side you want him to pass to. So you're always thinking 2 steps ahead. And here, just head it back. Oh, you got to head that back to your keeper.
Good pressure from Anotado on Villasin.
And that's, I guess, inexperience and lack of confidence.
That's right. But again, you know, Nico Villasin has been playing very well for LaSalle. He has good height, he has good build.
Definitely.
And I think has definitely been a big help.
Rock there at the back.
That's right, for LaSalle's defense.
No, for this level of play, definitely, you know. But if you want to take that next step, if you want to be brought into a bigger club, say Green Archers, ooh, offsides. Say Green Archers, say Sparks or whatever, right? If you want to be brought to that level, you need to show that you have the confidence and the intelligence to play simple balls that we, as the club, would expect you to play when you come up to our level. So that's something they should keep in mind and practice. Here's another chance for LaSalle. Ooh.
Catalino comes out. Good thing he's able to clear that one. Now UST has possession. But both players from UST and LaSalle, once again, Jello Diamante and Catalino down on the ground.
That's the shoulder of Jello. Hopefully it's not too dangerous, too bad. Here we have another look.
Both players really coming,
Ouch, colliding there.
And of course, Jello Diamante just coming off from a treatment.
He's getting beaten up today, testing how strong he is out there, I guess. From his face to his shoulder. Oh, he
Getting
can't lift it
treatment
up.
for his left shoulder. And here's a good look at Catalino. At sinasabi natin, pag goalkeeper ka, ikaw talaga yung, you really have to be brave, courageous to send your body. And
That was a tough shot there, yeah. You got to go into all those spaces. You got to go in tough. I think Bob Guerrero has had a few of those in his career.
So ball back to UST, trying to build up from their defensive line. Clarino with the ball in the center, sending it back to Breseño.
Looks like Diamante might not make it back into the game. He may have a dislocated shoulder over there.
Long ball looking for Anotado, but Brago gets to the ball first. Now ball with Nieras to Montelibano on the right. Going through the center, looking for Gonzalez on the right flank. He gets his space there, but Tuzon trying to put the defense there, and Gonzalez just sends it over the goal.
Well, LaSalle's starting to find space, even with Diamante out. LaSalle's finding space here. So that's a good sign for LaSalle. The game's starting to settle down already. LaSalle settling in and finding the gaps. Players moving into those gaps. It's good to see.
Villasin gets ahead of the ball. Straight to De Guzman. Good communication there between Ibanez and De Guzman.
UST happy to play the long ball over the tops of the defense. It could be dangerous, but at the same time, you give up a lot of the possession if you're just doing long ball after long ball. You know, that was something you did back in the day. Modern day football is possession. You know.
That's right. I was just going to say, most in the 25 minutes of play, we've seen UST really not getting pressured on their back line, because LaSalle seems to be sitting on the mid-line, but they just keep sending the ball to their left flank or to their striker, to Anotado, but not really being able to get past the back line of LaSalle.
The defensive line of LaSalle is doing a good job here today, holding strong, not letting anything too dangerous get through.
No pressure there on Catalino, and really trying to help his team build up from the back.
Dangerous ball.
Dangerous ball. Alqueros trying to get there, losing it.
Yeah, you don't want to be doing that square pass.
That's
Delicado
right.
talaga there at the back. You know, you don't.
Narinig lang natin, no? Delikado ang square pass. And here,
Out for another corner kick. But yeah, at the back, when you're that deep and there's that much space between players, you don't want to give that pass in front of goal. Especially if it's a soft pass like that. If you're going to give a pass, it's got to be firm. Looks like Diamante's coming out with that shoulder injury.
that's right. Here's a good look at Nathan Alqueros. But UST, again, an opportunity for the corner kick. But before that, as you were saying, Jello Diamante is out. And replacing him is number 15, Christian Uy. Charleston Uy, rather.
Ooh, UST almost had a good attempt on goal there. These corner kicks are dangerous. If you can swing them in and take advantage of these, you know, it'll be a big plus for your team. This is something that lots of clubs practice regularly. corner kicks, free kicks, and many goals. If you look at the Suzuki Cup, this past Suzuki Cup, a lot of the goals come from free kicks. So the clubs really need to practice it and take advantage. Yeah.
For those opportunities. Kasi yan yung nasasabi natin na napapractice. Montelibano now on the left flank, playing together with Layumas. Good through ball there, but Brago gets to it.
That's good read by Brago. Good read by him.
Menares sending it back to Ortañez, but just losing it.
You know, I like the pressure that number 14 there just put on the UST right back. You know, it's a good sign of the work rate and the coaching he's been given. You want to see the whole team press together, but it's smart play to pressure the guy, that especially these young kids on UST.
Good combination there between Anotado and Menares, but Layumas just getting a foot on the ball. And just as I was saying, with their good combination, miscommunication there between Menares and Anotado. Menares to Clarino. Clarino looking for a teammate to Anotado, but Brago gets there and clears it.
Brago doing a good job here.
At makita natin, no, simple lang yung depensa ng LaSalle. They don't force the clearance to their teammates, but they just clear it and then set back. Set up na naman sila ng depensa.
You know, what's nice to see about with their center backs is that they read the game fairly well. Not too many balls get through the middle, and when the balls do get through, Brago or Villasin is there.
Venecio to Menares, sending it to the center. Villasin clears it. And Molino trying to get possession, sends it back to Tucson. Uy puts the pressure on Tucson. Back to Busmion.
I like the size of Villasin. You know, he looks like a big, solid center back, and he gets into it. He likes to get into the mix as he puts his head in to clear that ball out. You know, you just want to see some of these guys with that size be a little faster, a little quicker, and I think he definitely would have the potential with his size to take it to the next level if you put in the work.
That's right, and normally for a team, especially like I've been playing midfield, when you have a defender who's as consistent, who can control, and with his size, you'd definitely be, you wouldn't be worried when the ball gets past the midfield.
Yeah. And it's a big plus. When you have a solid center back and a solid goalkeeper, the rest of the team kind of builds from there. I remember 2010. You look at the 2010 national team, the Ascals, when they went to the semifinals there. The biggest change in their lineup, the biggest change from all the previous years, was the goalie, Neil Etheridge. It allowed the defense and everybody in front of them the confidence. If they go forward, they don't have to worry that they're going to concede at the back, because you have such a quality keeper in goal that you know, soft goals won't be allowed.
That's right. So it really gives that confidence to the team to push up and not have to worry that they'll be sitting back on defense.
Well, I hope Diamante is okay. That'll be a big blow to LaSalle for the second round if it's a separated shoulder.
Now UST really trying to find their rhythm and possession here in this match, but just having trouble getting past Villasin and the backline of LaSalle. Celes to Molino. Molino tries to cross it. Villasin clears it.
You know, Marjo is correct in saying that, you know, his team gets into attack. They have good possession. It's not like the opposition is camped out on his side of the field, on his team's side of the field, they get up and attack. They have more corner kicks than LaSalle do at this point. It's one, finishing, and two, being solid at the back and ensuring that they don't counter and score soft goals. You know, so it's nice to see the potential here, and that UST have a lot of recruits coming in for next year. And he was saying 5 or 7 of them are under residency. So we'll see. Next year they'll have a good squad and come back even stronger.
Here we see a replay of the foul of Gio Diamante giving UST free kick, and here Anotado heading the ball. And there was a call there on Molino.
I think that's a goal kick. Caught it out. Didn't look that far out.
But sabi nga ni Coach Marjo kanina, like what you were saying, Arman, you know, a lot of his players were affected by the change in the school year. So a lot of his seniors couldn't play in this UAAP, and most of his players are very young. So meron pa siyang mga players for next year, and these young boys will still be intact for next season.
You know, it was interesting that he mentioned, and I failed to think about it before. Ooh, don't play with it here in the back.
Nieras losing it, but Layumas gets it, sends it
Good ball.
all the way to Charleston. Uy.
Have a shot.
And he heard you, Arman,
Yes.
but just sending it wide off the goal.
Well, you want to test the keeper. You get into that situation, you test the keeper. But rewinding it back to the defensive side, you never want to play with the ball here on the defensive end. That's something you're not supposed to be doing. You know, I was taught that at a young age, and Coach Hans would probably be upset if he saw that happening, because you lose it here on this. They have an easy
opportunity
to score. Luckily, they were able to turn it around and have a shot on the other end.
That's right, 35 minutes has passed and DLSU leads 1-0 against UST in the final game day of the round 1 of UAAP season 77.
You know, a lot of this team of Marjo and UST, a lot of them are from Iloilo, Barotac, Dumaguete. I think even had 1 or 2 players from Bacolod. So they should have good communication, and they should have been playing together in Barotac. I think he had like 6 or 7 guys there from Barotac. So they should be familiar with each other.
Of course, we all know that Barotac is the home of guys like Chiefy Caligdong, and talagang maraming talent dyan sa Barotac. And
It's the hotbed of football dito sa
That's right.
Philippines.
And of course, last year I was lucky enough to actually be able to take my coaching course in Barotac and be able to experience and see the young players coming from Barotac.
Good ball in.
Montalibano bringing it to the center, sending it
good
to the
cross.
center, and just an opportunity there for Diamante. But LaSalle still trying to keep possession now with UST on the right flank. Good pass to Anotado, but just losing it to Matt Nieras. Now back to UST. Menares on the right. Miss pass to Anotado.
You know, I was telling you that that is a tough tackle there.
And it looks like Montalibano is taken down by Ortañez.
The giant. Okay.
Here's a good look at that foul.
The ball was nowhere near. That's something I remember UST for back in my day. You know, UST and FU were always tough players that always had that second motion follow through tackle on you, and it still shows today.
And it still shows today. Were you the same batch, or did you get to play against
Marjo?
Coach
Yeah,
Marjo?
yeah, definitely. We had a few battles there in the middle. But we ended up being teammates at one point. You know, I wanted to say earlier, you know, earlier in the game I was talking about composure and defenders controlling the ball. right before that ball was passed over to Montalibano, which, as we see the replay of him getting kneed in the ribs, Layumas controlled the ball, put it down, and gave a pass to him. And that's something I want to see. That is nice to see from a defender. Composure, chest the ball down, and pass it out. That's what you want to see.
Kasi minsan, hindi naman necessary sa defender na clear lang ng clear.
Oo.
Kung walang pressure, you can bring the ball down and then find an open teammate to start your attack. But one thing, you know, Armand, you can commend the Salle team is that they're very disciplined. Makita mo, lahat talaga sila bumababa sa half nila.
Yeah.
Here, Celis with the ball, opportunity, sending it to the center to Benecio, but losing it. Now, Gonzalez to Montalibano, and Montalibano gets another tackle from Ortañez.
That's 2 in 5 minutes. That's definitely a yellow. Ooh, wow. Red card. You got to be more disciplined than that if you're already on a yellow.
And, you know, less than probably 3 minutes.
Apart, yeah.
And Ortañez gets another yellow.
That's also the
And
inexperience.
then, yeah, that's right. And the red. At sabi natin, siya na nga yung pinasok ni Coach Marjo. Here's a replay. Montalibano gets a touch. And Ortañez just goes all out tackling Montalibano.
The ball was way past them, but that's deservedly the second yellow card for Ortañez.
And he realized he actually had a yellow card and was about to get another yellow for that one.
You know, when you're on a yellow already,
you have to be careful.
Yeah, you have to be aware. That's already a warning. You can't be going wild into tackles like that.
Well, it just makes things tougher for UST with 1 goal down and 1 man down against DLSU. Good header there from Ibanez, bringing the ball down. Gonzalez with the ball to Alquiros, but miscontrols that ball. Celis. Villasin gets to the ball, sends it on the flank. Good ball to Alquiros. Alquiros, long ball to Uy, just a little bit too high. Easy pickup for Catalino.
So you have Menares now playing there at the right back position, filling in for the red card.
Good header there from Ibanez, giving the ball back to De Guzman to restart the attack of LaSalle. Ibanez to Nieras.
Play on.
Play on, says Ray Retaga. Alquiros inside the box. But UST gets to the ball.
You got to give a cross when you're in the box there. You can't.
That's right, back to Nieras. Nieras sends it to the center. Good ball to Diamante. And a shot from Uy. Gonzalez, rather, just over the crossbar.
When Alquiros, well, here's a look at the shot of Gonzalez. Not lacking in confidence. Takes a shot from 30 yards out.
At saka maganda yung play because nakita natin na Diamante was really being pressured at the top of the box at nakita niya that Gonzalez had a better was a better option to take the shot, and he just dropped the ball back to Gonzalez.
Layumas here.
Good header there from Layumas, trying to get to the ball, but Busmion gets to it first.
Well, you see Layumas go up. Montalibano doesn't chase forward, and you have Jello Diamante sitting in for him. So that's good communication, good intelligence, good intelligence by both players to fill in that gap.
Right now, Alquiros and Tucson trying to get to the ball, pressuring each other there, but UST wins possession.
So this is the type of experience I'm talking about, and that Marge is talking about. You have one player that attacks, and then the 2 players sit in and not push up too far, just to be able to cover Layumas, who's coming up from a defensive position to attack.
So magaling mag-adjust ng mga players ng Lasal, you know, when one of their teammates would move up, meron kaagad pumapalit dun sa position para walang butas.
Thank you for the translation. Say the last maybe 5 minutes or so here in the first half.
That's right. Now, Ibanez with the throw in for Lasal. Good header there. Good control from Alquiros.
Takes a shot.
And takes a shot.
30 yards out as well. These guys from Salle don't lack in confidence, that's for sure.
Good distance there, and Alquiros knows that he can take shots from that distance. Nakita niya may space. And a good opportunity there for Alquiros. Just over the crossbar. Layumas now with the ball on the left flank. Sending it to the center. Just over Uy. But Catalino comes out of the box to clear that one. Alquiros with the ball to Gonzalez. To Ibanez. Too strong there.
That's 3 shots in a row from 30 yards out. Where's Coach Hans today? I wonder if he'd be upset if his players were all shooting from 30 yards out.
Yeah, but Coach Manji just shaking his head. Also not happy with that one.
I wonder if the players are saying, Coach Hans isn't here. This is my chance to do whatever I want to do. But UST looks like they're playing more of a 4-3-2 formation. They still got their 2 guys up on top looking to attack. So they're not sitting down with 4 players in the middle. They're keeping 2 up top.
Chance for LaSalle. Just over. But again, you know, if you're Coach Marjo, what do you think would he be telling the boys at halftime? You're 1 man down, 1 goal down. How are you going to adjust for the second half?
I don't know. For me, I would tell the boys 1 minute of added time here. For me, I'd tell the boys, look, let's play compact, let's play simple football, control the game, and let's not give up any more goals. And towards the end of the half, towards the end of the game, let's start to press forward and go for that tying goal. You know, if we can. Here we go, a shot.
A shot from
great save.
Gonzalez, showing such composure, you know, not being able to get through the players of UST, taking that shot. Here we see
He's the
Gonzalez.
one I'm impressed with today. Look at that
That's
move.
right.
That's a couple moves already today.
And Catalino being effective as a goalkeeper, blocking that shot from Gonzalez. Now UST on attack. Molino on the left flank, trying to get through the defense of LaSalle. Sends it just outside of the goal. Of course, we were told there's 1 minute additional time. We should just be running out right now. But here's a good replay of that attempt from Molino on the left flank.
Not sure if that was a cross or a shot, but and here we are.
There you hear the whistle for halftime. DLSU leading 1 goal against USC to none, with a goal from Jello Diamante on the 18th minute. And here's the captain, Gio Diamante, the brother of the goal scorer, Jello Diamante. Of course, the Diamante brothers really helping or giving those opportunities for LaSalle. And of course, a red card for Ortañez for UST, playing 1 man down. And you know, both teams having their opportunities, but you know, we'll take a short break, Arman, and we will be back with a halftime analysis. Welcome back to UAAP Season 77 Men's Football here at FEU Diliman Football Pitch, and it's the halftime with DLSU leading with 1 goal against UST. Of course, Jello Diamante scoring on the 18th minute, and we saw Ortañez getting a red card. And Arman, here are the highlights of the first half.
Well, in the beginning of the game, you had UST coming at LaSalle, doing a great job getting forward here on the right wing. They had a few through balls on the left, but here we see the goal. Jello gets hit in the face and later on gets knocked out of the game with his shoulder. Tough game, but he does get the goal. and puts LaSalle up 1-0.
That's right. And here's that replay of the goal from Layuma's free kick. Straight to Jello Diamante, flicking it over Catalino and scoring that goal. And also another notable player for LaSalle is Villasin, who has played very consistent for the defense or the back line of LaSalle. And, you know, both teams actually getting chances. Here's Gonzalez with an opportunity, but, you know, they get their chances on the attacking third, but just not getting the finishing that LaSalle wants.
Yeah, you know, they've had their opportunities. I've been very impressed with Gonzalez there in the middle. I like what the composure of Layumas. Villasin has potential, you know, so you see a lot out of LaSalle. I want to see more from these guys. I want to see more composure. I want to see them get into the proper areas to take shots like this instead of taking it from 30 yards out. Look for something closer in if they can. On the UST end, you know, they just need to defend better and be more compact in the second half, being a man down, and then pick their spots when to attack. You know, they can only, for me, when you're a man down, you gotta either possess on your defensive end and then look to counter, or go straight, you know, for that counter.
That's right, and here's the stats. We have DLSU, of course, with 6 shots against 1 of UST, but actually just getting 2 on target. And, you know, both teams pretty much equal in possession, just 53% for DLSU and UST with 47%. So you can't really say that it's being dominated by one team because both teams are getting their opportunities on attack.
Yeah, well, the second half you'll see LaSalle probably have a little more possession here now that UST is a man down. I do expect them to potentially put in 1 or 2 more goals, and hopefully UST can be up to the task and make it a competitive game by scoring 1 back early on.
Okay, well, we'll see for the second half. We will take a short break, and when we return, we will bring you the second half of this match. Hello, Philippines, and welcome back to UAAP Season 77 Men's Football action here at the FEU Diliman football pitch, and it's a match between DLSU and UST. Of course, this is the final game day for the first round of the UAAP, and I'm Mariel Benitez, and joining me is a former member of the Philippine Ascals, Armand Del Rosario, and we just saw that DLSU scored the goal with Jello Diamante on the 18th minute in the first half, and Ortañez of UST getting that red card. So a substitution coming into the second half for UST with Alcantara coming in, Gab Alcantara coming in for Celle's number 11 of UST.
So we want to see here in the second half for UST to be a little more compact, be safe with the ball. If they want to score, they're going to have to do it on the counter, I believe. And if they go forward, they got to come back together. And LaSalle, for them to take advantage of the man down, they want to find the space, go forward, and possess the ball, get UST tired by holding on to that ball, making them run after it, and then going forward to score that second goal of theirs.
That's right, here we have the second half, and a little miscommunication there with the UST players. LaSalle with the ball for the second half. And sabi nga natin, you know, a big adjustment dapat for Coach Marjo Aliado with the 10 men of UST, and of course wanting to get that win para they're currently in number 7 with 6 rather in their spot, and of course they'd want to take a win in this game para hindi sila ganun kalayo from the teams who are fighting for the Final Four.
They're right now at 6-7 points out. That's 2 wins off of the pace, but that's still fairly far. If they can pull a win out now, that would go a long way towards them being in the top 4 for the second half.
Right, Tucson now with the ball, little defending there against Montelibano. Easy ball to Briseño to the center, then Venecio sending it to Molino. Molino looking for a teammate. Gab Alcantara, the substitute, is up front playing with Anotado. Anotado with the ball, takes the shot. Sends it wide.
That's something you don't want if you're LaSalle. You don't want UST to be playing with the ball on their half of the field and taking shots like that. That's a decent shot, about 20 yards out, 25 yards out, and just missing the post there.
That's right. At ayaw mo din bigyan, especially because it's Anotado. We know that he's a top goal scorer right now in the season. And giving him that space outside the box will really put a threat on your goalkeeper.
Yeah, you don't want to see that happening. If you're LaSalle, you want to have a defender on his back. Don't foul him, but don't let him turn. So the moment he tries to turn and shoot, your foot is there, your body is there, and he'll have a difficult time.
Molino to Anotado, back to Molino in the center.
Oh,
LaSalle,
wow, good save.
defense not
Oh,
there,
wow.
and the header.
Great play by UST. They're attacking this left side, the right side of LaSalle. They have a sub there at the right back, correct?
And it's the substitute, Gab Alcantara. Molino with the ball in the center, takes the shot, blocked by De Guzman, straight to the head of Gab Alcantara for the equalizer.
And I think they're making it a point to attack the right side of LaSalle. But that's a great morale booster for UST, getting a goal back early in the game with a man down against the run of play. LaSalle being too relaxed. And that can be something that happens with teams, you know, when you go, when the other team goes a man down, you get too overconfident, and things like that can happen. You relax a little bit.
That's right, and I agree with you. And nakita natin dun sa play, Arman, LaSalle defense was very passive. They gave space to Molino to bring that ball to the center to get that shot. A good block from De Guzman, but of course, just blocking it in front of him, straight to the head of Alcantara for that goal.
Yeah. Well, it was a good save on that first attempt. Ideally, you punch it out or push it out, but it went back in, and Alcantara puts the ball in the net. Oh,
Molino with a kick. Gets through De Guzman. Alquiros and Diamante trying to clear that one. But UST really putting the pressure now on the defense of DLSU.
Well, it looks like they're attacking this right side of Ibanez. So let's see if the UST continue to go with that game plan here.
It was misread by Paeng De Guzman. The ball just went through him, but good thing no opportunity for UST there, because Alquiros and Diamante were there putting the pressure. Molino with the ball on the left. Trying to send it to Anotado. Anotado gets it to Alcantara. 1-2, but Ibanez is there. Now Gonzalez with the ball. LaSalle on attack. Montelibano sends it back to Gonzalez. And Clarino just clears that one. At ito na yung sinasabi natin kanina sa umpisa ng laro, Arman. The boys of Coach Marjo Aliado, very young, not as much experience as the players of LaSalle, pero yung fighting spirit nila nandyan. They're one man down, but they started the second half very well with that equalizer. Uy, with the ball, trying to control. Menares, winning possession. Layumas wins it for LaSalle. Layumas with space to Alquiros. Back to Layumas. Sends it inside.
Oof, no one there.
No LaSalle player there. Cleared by Benesio. Now Clarino and Gonzalez running for the ball.
Yeah, I like the positioning of Gonzalez. You know, he got to that ball. He saw that it got past him a little bit, and Clarino was about to get to it, but he positioned himself properly to be in between Clarino and the ball, as you see right here.
Ibanez now on the ball. Good long pass.
Oh, wow! Oh, my
And just an
goodness.
opportunity for LaSalle.
Ooh. Open
Catalino
net.
loses that ball, gets through him, hits the post, and Diamante does
Oh
not
my God.
get to finish that.
Catalino gifting LaSalle with this opportunity.
That's right.
And Jello giving it back to UST by trying to blast it home. You just have to touch it, place it into the goal.
Just unlucky for Diamante.
Helping each other out there, giving each other, oh my goodness.
And both teams not being able to believe what just happened.
Exactly. Mistake on both ends. Oh, handball.
Venetia gets called for the handball.
Let's see if LaSalle can get their energy and their motivation back. They've been a little lackluster, lackadaisical in the first few moments of this half. We need to see some energy in the next few minutes.
Good long pass from Villasin, looking for Oy. Heads it. Nieras. Good control, trying to send to Montelibano.
Offside.
No call there, but the ball is out and possession is back to UST.
They're really looking to come down this left side, the right side of LaSalle here.
Good pass from Clarino to Anotado. To the center. Clarino on the left flank. No defense on him. Sends it to the center. Header.
Over the goal.
Just over the goal.
LaSalle here. UST attacking on LaSalle. Not looking good here for LaSalle. They need to be a little more organized. The defense needs to be more on the ball. You want to see them a little more lively out there, and it just seems like the energy that they had in the first half has completely left them here. So sometimes, like I was saying earlier, when you go a man up,
Yeah.
you know, you just get lazy out there, and that's what's happening.
That's right. Anotado. Venecio sending it to Clarino. Ibanez gets there and just clears it for safety for the LaSalle defense. Ball to Tucson, brings it back to Venecio. Now back to LaSalle. Alqueros looking for the right flank. Tucson gets to head it. And just Tucson just playing so well with heading the ball clear.
Nobody in LaSalle even reacted to it there in the middle. You know, it's sad to see when you know you get a little campante there. You don't have that will to fight for that ball in the middle. I mean, the ball landed in the midfield of LaSalle, and what happened? Nobody did anything really. You know, they just watched the ball, and you gotta go for it.
That's right, UST showing more aggressiveness in the start of the second half as compared to the first half. Now Alqueros with the ball, trying to break away.
Good ball.
Good ball there. Referee says play
Get into
on.
the box.
Now ball with Oy. Good defense from UST. Gets it back. Now Matt Nieras trying to slow down the pace for LaSalle. Alqueros looking to send to the flank. A little bit short, but gets it to Oy.
Ah, take that shot. You're in front of the goal there. You got to take that shot.
A little miss pass there. He was opting for Diamante to take that shot. Now LaSalle keeps possession, but both teams trying to take control of the ball. Now Diamante
A little sloppy here in the early going.
finding Layumas on the left flank. Now Alqueros.
You know, going back to that ball there that Uy just passed off, you know, it's good unselfish play, but at the same time, you think Phil Younghusband would have not taken that shot? He's a goal scorer. He's a striker for a reason. He will put the ball into the back of the net or on the frame of goal anytime he's in that box. As a striker, the striker mentality is, when I get the ball in that box, I'm going to shoot it.
Make sure you take that shot. So Alquiros now on the corner for the stop, and header by Layumas.
Wow, what happened here? They called it out? Goal kick? Yeah, goal kick.
That's right. There was a call there from our assistant referee. Here's a good look at that. Nathan Alquiros sending the ball, and would have been a good opportunity for Layumas.
It would have been a handball on the goal line there.
Now on the right flank, Montelibano sends it inside. Deflected by Catalino.
Either you put that out of bounds or you catch that.
But, you know, good for him that his teammate was there. Otherwise, there would have been another LaSalle player.
But that's catchable right there. Look at that. You know.
The decision of Catalino. Lucky for him that Menares was there to clear that one.
Good attempt here. You know, that's something we lack here in the Philippines, are quality goalkeepers, and I keep saying that. So any of you kids out there want to come up into the Philippine team, the easiest path right now would probably be as a goalkeeper, because there are very few quality keepers in this country.
That's right, and that was just a good look at that attempt from Gio Diamantes, sending the ball over the goal.
Look at the composure of Gonzalez. I really like this kid.
Alam niya kung kailan dapat quick yung counter-attack, or when he will bring to slow down the
pace. Look for his teammates. Yeah.
Clarino to Molino. Looking for Alcantara on top. Venecio to Anotado. Anotado now with space on the left flank. Trying to get away from Ibanez, but good decision there from Ibanez to just stand his ground.
Well, Coach Marjo has made it apparent. He knows where he's going to attack this half. Kudos to him. He found the weakness, and they're exploiting it fairly often here.
UST on the left flank. Villasin trying to clear that one. Gets it to Montelibano. He has space. Trying to make a decision there.
Good ball.
Good ball to Nathan Alquiros on the other side. Good control there. And you know that LaSalle is really trying to attack UST through the flanks.
You know, UST will slow down their pace at some point in this game. I don't know how long they can keep this pace up for with 9 men. They're well coached. Marjo loves to get them in shape, so they will give a fight to the end of this game. But LaSalle just need to be patient, need to control the ball, possess the ball, not give anything to UST. But here they are on the counterattack.
That's right, Menares sending the ball to Anotado. Anotado all alone on top, waiting for his teammates. Back to Menares. To Briseño.
Great.
Back to Alcantara, or Menares rather, sending it straight to the hands of de Guzman.
You know, that right side of UST, they definitely know each other, because they're playing, they play well, the two of them together out there. You know, they've had a lot of good combination play on that right wing of UST.
Now back to possession.
There's only 2 guys of LaSalle in the box. Where's the rest of their team?
And that's one thing that you can pick out from the LaSalle game. They're very disciplined on defense, and on attack they're a little bit slow once they have that build up. But they're very quick on their counter attack.
Yeah.
And I think that's the strength of LaSalle, on the quick counter attacks.
Well, that's one thing you can say. When I compare LaSalle to Ateneo at this point, I was telling Bob earlier that the difference that I see between La Salle and Ateneo, they play solid defensively. They have 6 guys back on defense. When they attack, Ateneo goes forward with maybe 2 or 2 people, 3 people maybe. Well, La Salle, you see they'll have 3 or 4, sometimes 5 guys up in attack, but they'll always have their men down. Now, if Ateneo start to send more people forward, that'll be better for them in the future.
That's right. Meanwhile, Carino keeps possession for UST, now attacking on the right flank, sending it to the center, but Matt Nieras is there to disrupt that UST attack. Good long pass. Trying to get there, Charleston Uy.
Ooh, close.
And it's called for an outside.
Good effort. I like what I see from UST here. You know, that like you said earlier, like Marta was saying, these guys don't lack fight. They don't lack the will to win, and they're showing it here, being a man down and still attacking. That is great to see from a team like UST.
Diamante with the ball, losing it. Molino now on attack, trying to hit the space, but Ibanez is there to disrupt attack. Now, Alquiros on the left flank, gets a chance, takes the shot, straight to the hands of Catalino, and is successful to pick that one out.
Good second attempt on that save there by Catalino. But if I'm La Salle, take shots on goal. The keeper has not caught one shot cleanly. Once you get into that box, take a shot and expect the rebound and get that second ball that pops out.
That's right, and you just saw Montelibano taking a shot from a good distance. And Catalino just showing some frustration even with his goal, with his volley kick. Well, about 64 minutes has passed in this game. If you're just joining us, this is a matchup between DLSU against UST, with DLSU taking the lead on the 18th minute through a goal from Jello Diamante, and UST equalizing on the 48th minute with Gab Alcantara. Here's a good look at chance from Nathan Alquiros. At sabi mo nga, the follow-up, but Catalino was there to get that ball.
Here's another shot.
Nieras sends it to Montelibano. Looks for space. Keeps the ball in. And Gab Alcantara is able to keep that ball in. Now Nieras with the ball to Montelibano. Gets through the defense of UST. Good work there. Nathan Alquiros looking for a teammate. Back to Nieras. Finds.
Very nice work here.
Layumas on the left. Gonzalez is on the left as well. Sends it to the center, but good defense there from UST.
This is what you want to see from La Salle. They have a man up. They want to pass the ball around, find the spaces, let UST work. If they find a space, UST has to fill that gap. And if they're doing that, they're exerting extra effort. They're going to get tired at some point. So continue to pass the ball around. Look for the open teammate. There is going to be somebody open because the UST team doesn't have enough people to cover everyone on the field. So find the open space, find the open man, let UST go after them.
That's right, and we see a substitute for Coach Marjo Aliado. We have Axel Lord Salazar, number 20, replacing UST player number 13, Menares, who has been playing well for UST. So nakita na ni Coach Marjo na it's time to put in fresh legs.
Yep.
And here, Anotado and Ibanez getting very physical for that ball. Long pass from Ibanez straight to Briseño. Now Molino sending it to the center. Gab Alcantara pushing, getting the pressure there, but LaSalle.
Oh.
Good pressure there from UST.
The substitute, number 20.
That's right, Axel Lord Salazar.
Well, you could see the fresh legs out there. He's running like a he's a bee out there flying everywhere, man. He's doing a good job. A substitute, when you come in, you gotta do something for your team. Whether it be skill, whether it be pressuring defensively or going and attacking, you got to bring something to the club that it's missing. And the fresh legs there, apparent. Quick little player there with number 20.
That's right, and also on screen we just saw Darwin Busmion, number 18 for UST earlier, who his brother actually got injured and isn't playing in this game, Junior Busmion, who normally si Coach Marjo nilalagay niya yung Busmion brothers magkasama sa central defense niya. So he's missing Junior Busmion in this match. Gonzalez with the ball to Alquiros. Looking for Nieras. Now no pressure on Layumas. Good short passing for LaSalle here. And as what you said nga, Arman, LaSalle needs to make the ball move, make UST work hard.
You don't want to make unnecessary passes, unforced errors like that. You don't want to give it away to the other team. Up until that point, LaSalle was passing the ball around, moving it properly. And what for give a low percentage pass like that? Dangerous.
Brago. Anotado now with the ball for UST. Sends it back to Clarino. Good long pass, trying to find Salazar on the right flank, but losing it. Now LaSalle with the attack.
Good ball.
Good pass to Charleston Uy.
Cross it. Good defense by UST.
Another chance here for LaSalle and UST really trying to gain possession. Layumas now with space and time, finding Gonzalez in the center.
Well, look at UST. They're playing 7, 8 men down. They're all there at the top of the box. So they're happy with the tie right now, hoping they can get a counter. Ooh.
And Uy gets called for an offside.
Close call there.
You're right. I mean, you're one man down. You were able to equalize. I'm sure you'd want to keep your players on defense and then bank on your quick counter attacks.
Well, I think that's what they're starting to do. The next time LaSalle attack and they have a sustained attack, watch how many men UST send back and watch where they're sitting. They'll probably sit at the top of the box, 8 men there at the top. Ooh, good ball over the top.
Good chance here for UST. Anotado takes the shot straight to De Guzman.
Great save by De Guzman. He's made a couple good saves here today. This one was clean, didn't give off a rebound. Fairly good save.
And here, LaSalle, another opportunity on attack. Gonzalez really very composed for LaSalle. A chance for Montelibano, but just not enough power. Easy pickup for Catalino.
It looks like Montelibano and Alquiros switch positions. Alquiros is now here on the right side. Montelibano playing more of a 10.
And another offside call on Charleston Uy. But here we see Anotado's opportunity, just hitting it straight to De Guzman.
You know, UST are getting their opportunities even with a man down. So don't count them out just yet.
So substitution for De La Salle with Christian Zubiri coming in for Jose Montelibano. So nakita na natin na pinapasok ng Lasal ang rookies nila. Christian Zubiri is a rookie for Lasal. But given the opportunity, I remember, when I played as a rookie coming into the UAAP, of course, there's a lot of pressure for you. But to be able to play with seniors like Matt Nieras and Nathan Alquiros, to be able to play at their level is definitely a big help and will help him in the coming seasons for Lasal.
Yeah. Coach Hans was saying the other day, I was talking to him, and he was saying that he has a lot of young players in Zobel and that he's expecting to have a solid team for the next 4 years as Villasin heads the ball out.
Quick play there from Lasal. Good ball to Nathan Alquiros. Good pass, rather. Getting through the defense. Good defense there from Molino. Just not sure what he wanted to do with that ball. If he could have given it to Briseño on his left flank.
Well, that one attack with Alquiros, that was a good attempt. Good. You had Zubiri making the run here on the right. He wasn't making quite the proper run. It's either he cuts across or he opens up wide, giving more options for Alquiros. But at the same time, it looked like from the get.
Ibanez.
Good attempt from Ibanez there. But at the same time, it looked like Alquiros had his head down. He was just trying to get a shot when he could. Here we have another look at the shot.
That's right. And sabi nga natin, for players, they see the space, they see the goal, they can take shots. They know Catalino's a little bit frustrated with how his second half has gone. Now Alquiros with an opportunity for corner. And Villasin just heads the ball over the crossbar.
Good attempt by Villasin. And LaSalle had a couple good attempts from their corners here in the second half, and the first one went out on the corner kick, but when it came in, it was headed back towards goal, and this one just over goal. So they do look dangerous on these corners.
That's right. I think it was a more natural delivery from Nate Alquiros, who we know has a stronger left, and it was a good in swing. Enough for Villasin to put his head on the ball, just hitting it under to get it over the crossbar.
A little makeup call there. Here we go. Ooh.
And Diamantes called for a foul on Gino Clarino.
Ooh, yeah, the second. Here's a dangerous area to give a free kick. Let's see if UST can make something of it.
Darwin Busmion on the ball.
Ooh.
And Anotado trying to get an attempt there. So 75 minutes has passed and it's 1-1 between DLSU and UST. And sabi nga natin, a win for LaSalle can actually get them to first place with a draw between, if there's a draw between FEU and UP. But at best, second, if there's a win between FEU and UP.
At this point, I think they're going to be tied on 13 with most everyone else. So they need the win to get them into the top end and guarantee them a top 4 position.
That's right, Clarino gets it to Benesio. Benesio just sending it, but no one there. Now Layumas with the ball, looking for a teammate. Cleared by Busmion. Back to Matt Nieras. Smart move there from Nieras, bringing it back to Brago, getting more space for Lasal. Layumas now with the ball, finding Nate Alquiros, looking for the teammate.
Ooh,
The
good shot.
substitute, Zubiri. Now Diamante with a chance, looking for space. And Clarino gets the ball.
Oh, good ball. You got some tired legs out there on Lasal right now. You can see it in the middle. Diamante's looking a bit tired. Gonzalez not moving as much. Alquiros is a little off the pace already. But you need these guys to step it up here in the last 15 minutes if they want that win. As someone from UST goes down with cramps.
That's right. It looks like Benesio is down, or Briseño rather, is down on the pitch, and Brago sees it and decides to do that fair play to make sure that Briseño gets the medical attention he needs. And now Lasal is actually calling for a substitution. Number 6, Koizumi, is coming in for Gio Diamante.
Just as we were saying, Gio was getting a little tired. He gets his rest. Now you need Gonzalez and Alquiros to step up here. Hopefully the rookie also and Zubiri can show us a little something here, yeah, in the last 15 minutes of this match.
Also looks like UST is going for the substitution with number 8, Lord Irvin Jimena, on the sidelines. And here's a good look at Marvin Jake Briseño, who has been UST's link from the defensive line to their strikers.
You know, whenever you have that holding mid type of player out, anybody along that middle, it's tough to replace. So let's see if it makes it a little easier for Lasal to break down here with a substitute coming in a key position for UST.
Clarino sending it on top, anotado. And an easy pickup there for De Guzman. Uy, going low, sending Zubiri on top. Good run there from the rookie.
Get into the box.
Sends it inside. And Busmion wins possession for UST.
When you get into that box in a space like that, you want to get the ball across the middle. You got to get it across the face of the goal, because if it goes and you let it run out of play like that, it's just wasted. There's nothing that happens. You got to test the keeper. You got to give your players a chance to test the keeper.
You're right, and it was actually a good run and a good pass to Zubiri, because he got that space.
Yeah, he did a good job staying on side there, and the ball was given, perfect timing, great ball. He just couldn't deliver, and you need to get that ball into the box or across the face of goal.
Koizumi looking for Zubiri. Tuzon now with possession. Alquiros also putting the pressure and gets called for the foul.
You're getting down to the last 10, 15 minutes of the game. You feel it, your legs are getting tired, and you know as a player, man, I only have 10 minutes to score here. We don't want the tie. We want to get the win. So you start to feel the pressure a little bit at this point. And if you're not composed enough, and you kind of tighten up. You kind of I don't know how to explain it. You just can't get that extra oomph to get that goal. When you're tight and you're not loose enough,
that's
and
right. Koizumi
As you hear Alvin there, man in goal.
Good clearance there. Nate tries to keep possession for LaSalle. Villasin to Gonzalez. Gonzalez gets space in the middle, waiting for his teammates. Sends it back to Villasin. Villasin to the side. Layumas, but just doesn't get to the ball. Now he's able to control. Finds Zubiri. At nakita natin, bumalik talaga sa depensa ang UST, making sure
Yep,
na
1,
hindi
2, 3, 4,
makalusot
5,
ang
6,
LaSalle.
7, 8.
Now Ibanez pushing forward.
Ooh. No! Yeah, definitely.
And the call there. A little bit late, but a call there on Koizumi to get that free kick for LaSalle.
It's that.
Seasonn, of course.
Pushes him out of the way there. You don't want to be giving up fouls in this space. Let's see if LaSalle can make UST pay for the foul here.
And it's Nathan Alquiros on the ball. Very good distance. He has, he has taken shots from this area.
Well, if he puts it low and hard, the keeper won't catch it. I guarantee you that. And he puts it above. You got to put that on goal, or you got to give your teammates a chance to put that on goal.
That would have been a good opportunity for LaSalle, especially because Nate is a lefty and he could really swing it in towards the goal. But just hitting the ball under, sending it above the goal.
Yeah. Tired legs. That's what happens when you're tired legs.
Now ball back to UST, looking for that attack, and the handball is called in Villasin.
He did a good job getting to the ball, positioning himself well, getting in front of the defender. Unfortunately, ball took a bounce, and his hand was in the way.
Clarino looking for the short pass to Molino.
Ibanez doing a good job there, not letting the cross get through. Marjo not looking too happy there on the sideline. He wants to win, you can tell, and his team continuing to fight.
That's right, and the thing is, you can't even say that one team is dominating the other, so they're really good. Both teams getting those chances to score, and it's anyone's ball game right now. But with UST equalizing with one man down, then the confidence of the players.
It deflates you a little bit.
And the chance for UST,
De
Guzman gets a
good save.
Good save there from De Guzman. It looks like one player of LaSalle is down.
Go Alquiros.
No stopping for Zubiri. It's 2 against 1. Zubiri not stopping, putting the pressure. But again, sabi mo kanina, if isang player lang ang magpe-pressure, then there's a lot of space.
Yeah. Is this Gonzalez here with the cramps?
Here's a good look at that corner kick from Clarino.
Oh, when he landed, cramped up on him.
And good aggressive play there from De Guzman. I mean, if you're a goalkeeper, your defender is down. It's a good decision for you to come out strong.
I'm impressed with De Guzman. He's one of the better keepers I've seen here in the UAAP. So LaSalle definitely have. They're known for coming out with a lot of decent goalkeepers.
Well, we all know that Patrick Dato is a product of LaSalle, and who's now playing with the Philippine Ascals.
Patrick Dato, who else? I mean, even Martin. He was a good keeper that came out of LaSalle. LaSalle's had a lot of decent keepers over the years.
So 86 minutes has gone by, and it's tied at 1 between DLSU and UST. This is the final game day for the first round of the season, and later we will see a chance here for UST. No, Zubiri now, Koizumi, sorry, on attack.
Good ball.
Good ball to Zubiri on the left flank.
You want to see more LaSalle players get into that box. Have a shot there. Have a shot there.
And good flick there to Nate Alquiros, but just sending it over the goal.
It was a good play by Zubiri. He could have had his shot. He's there in front of goal. He puts it back to Alquiros to take his shot, and I mean, as a striker, like I was saying, you don't see Phil Young has been giving up that ball.
So again, as I was saying earlier, a match between FEU and UP will happen later with TJ Manotok and Cristina Garcia Long on the call. And that will be the final game for the first round of the season. And it will determine who will be in the Final Four coming into the second round.
Ooh, handball.
And a substitution for LaSalle. Gonzalez coming out, being replaced by Sabine Bustamante.
We have about 5-10 minutes left in this match. Well, not even 10, 5 minutes. You know, 5-6 minutes here. Can LaSalle come with the goal?
Banyes with space sends it just too strong. And you wonder if it was actually a cross or a shot.
Let's just say it was a shot. A good attempt. Second ball.
Alquiros now with a chance inside the box, looking for a teammate.
Good defense by
defense
UST.
from Guzmion. But Brago gets to the ball. Nieras, Layumas to the center, and
you know,
Zubiri gets called for an offside.
You have to say here, maybe the lack of Coach Hunt's not being here at halftime did LaSalle in here, because you look at UST, they came out strong in the second half. They came out with purpose. They knew where they were going to attack. They attacked that right-hand side of LaSalle for a good portion of the second half, and their goal came from that side. So, you know, great coaching by Marjo.
They were able to adjust coming into the second
great adjustments.
half. And considering that they're one man down. But again, you know, last few minutes and LaSalle is still pouncing on the defense.
It is!
And as we were saying, the substitute, Zubiri, gets that header for LaSalle on the 90th minute. Good, perfect delivery from Nate Alquiros, sending it to the first post to Zubiri to head it past Catalino. LaSalle leads 2-1.
Wow, last minute goal. Great job by LaSalle to come back and put that away. Unfortunate right here for UST. Now if I were Marjo, 3 minutes left in this second half in this game, send your men forward. You know, whether you lose 3-1 or 2-1, it doesn't make a difference. Send your men forward, try and equalize again.
That's right, 90th minute, and Zubiri leads, gets that goal to lead 2-1 for DLSU. And sabi na nga natin, yun yung naging difference maybe between UST and LaSalle. The experience, the composure, a very good delivery from Nate Alquiros to Zubiri as compared to maybe a younger team with a little bit less experience compared to the LaSalle players.
Exactly. it's nice to see that a rookie from LaSalle put the goal in, and LaSalle having the confidence in their rookies to get in situations like this.
That's right. Sabi nga natin when he came in, being able to play with guys like Nate Alquiros, guys who get to play for their club, big exposure for them. And Zubiri has good height, will definitely be pose the threat in the coming seasons for LaSalle.
He's a freshman in LaSalle, so he has the height. He looks like he has speed. He's still going to grow a little bit. He just needs to work a little bit on his technical side and his decision making, and he could be a future player for a UFL club.
Now ball with LaSalle.
The guy I've been impressed with today. You have the usual suspects of Diamante. Great ball by Alquiros.
Koizumi gets a chance inside the box.
Oh,
Bustamante with a chance. No, back to Bustamante at the top of the box. Good clearance there from UST.
That's a decent foul there in the midfield. You don't want them to counterattack on you. And he did his duty foul there in the middle. Better than letting them get into their half of the field.
That's right. So Brago with that foul in the mid-third, allowing his team to come back down and set up their defense.
The guys I've been impressed with. Alquiros did a great job today. Diamante did a good job. Both the Diamante brothers. But the one I was shocked with was Gonzalez. He controlled the middle. He was all over the place. I'd like to see him a little more active, both offensively and defensively. But when he was on the ball, very composed, very calm, picked the right passes, knew when to give the passes and where to give the passes. So very impressed.
That's right. So Gonzalez playing very well for LaSalle. And there is the final whistle between DLSU and UST. DLSU winning 2-1 with goals from Jello Diamante on the 18th minute and a goal on the 90th minute from Zubiri, but also an equalizer earlier on from Gab Alcantara, the substitute for UST, on the 48th minute. Armand, it was a very close fight between the two, with UST being one man down. So here we see Diamante again, 18th minute, Zubiri on the 19th minute, scoring for DLSU against UST with one goal from Alcantara on the 48th minute. We will take a short break, but when we come back, we will bring you the highlights of the second half. Welcome back. This is UAAP Season 77 men's football here at the FEU Diliman football pitch. And we just had the DLSU match against UST, with DLSU winning 2-1. Diamante scoring on the 18th minute and Zubiri on the 19th minute for DLSU, while Alcantara scoring the 48th equalizer for UST. And Armand, here are the highlights for the second half. What can you say that has happened in this game?
Well, the start of the game, you start the first half going back and forth, UST going forward, and Marjo said it right. They give up a lot of goals on the counter. They don't necessarily, they miss a lot of goals. They don't have that experience. That's what they lack. LaSalle taking advantage of their opportunities, and second half, the better adjustments were made by UST. They picked the weakness out, they found it, and they attacked it, and that's how they scored the equalizing goal. Unlucky for UST, heartbreaker. Look at this here.
Both teams actually unlucky on that situation. Catalino losing that ball and Diamante also not being able to finish that for LaSalle. But again, Alquiros, Montelibano played very well for LaSalle.
Yes, he did.
Giving those opportunities on attack. UST was down one man, but they also played superb second half as compared to their first half. A lot of opportunities for them as well.
You have to say that UST was well coached. They came out with a plan in the second half. They made their adjustments, and the adjustments paid off. they just ran out of steam there at the 90th minute. It's a heartbreaker for UST because they worked so hard this second half to tie the game, to keep the game tied, and just to let it go in the last minute of the game. Just definite heartbreaker.
That's right. There's a good look. Ibanez taking that shot from a distance. Alquiros also giving those good corner kicks for LaSalle. Villasin also was, the man for the defense of LaSalle. But here's an opportunity. De Guzman coming out strong, but this one is the play. Nate Alquiros gets that space on the flank, sends it to Zubiri on the 90th minute to get that win for LaSalle.
Great goal, great pass. Zubiri in the right position, puts the head in. That's not an easy header, and great job to steer that in. Great team effort here for LaSalle. They did start the second half a little slow, a little lackadaisical, and they came out on top here at the end. I have to say, Gonzalez really surprised me today. He was the rock there in the middle, and I liked how he played. Composed, calm. He picked out the proper passes, and he did a great job for me today.
On full time, DLSU had 7 shots against the 5 of UST and 4 on target. But, both teams getting their chances from corner kicks. And, even in the first half, both teams pretty much had good possession. It was anyone's ball game. UST just lost Ortañez to a red card. And, of course, our man of the match, Inigo Gonzalez, played very well in the midfield, very composed. He didn't score the goal, but he definitely controlled the pace for LaSalle. He knew when to do the quick counterattacks, working with Alquiros and Montelibano, and he knew when to slow down the pace for LaSalle.
Yeah, he definitely has that experience, and it's nice to see him, controlling the game the way he did.
Of course, up next, we have a match between the UP Fighting Maroons and FEU Tamaraos. It is a rematch of last year's finals. It's very important because it will determine if LaSalle stays on number 1 with 15 points or if one of them will get the first spot and LaSalle will move down to second place. We also want to greet a happy birthday to Natasha Alquiros, also our analyst and a teammate in the Philippine Malditas. Happy birthday to Christian Luanzon and, of course, Nelson Rivera of ABS-CBN Sports.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, guys. And, of course, coming up next with TJ Manotok and Cristina Garcia Long on the call is UP versus the defending champions, FEU, also live on Balls Channel HD. And on behalf of Direct Al Neri and my partner, Armand Del Rosario, this is Mariel Benitez saying bye. But stick around for the exciting match between FEU and UP coming right after this.